Okay guys, welcome back. January 12th, we're gonna look at this risk on crazy push squeeze that's going on in the market. SPY, some futures, CPLI, sub up, like up, comment down, happy money sticks around. Follow us on Twitter at happymoneyyt, as well as our Discord server link for those are in the description. It's free to join, free to chat, but if you upset me, you have to donate. Okay, SPY, so actually pretty mellow day on SPY. CPLI data did come out at more or less expectations. Saw this big volatility move. Overall, this is, I think, the smallest move we've had on CPLI in a while. I did enter a short yesterday, yes, so big 200k short. Here, it ripped up, went against me. I was down 1500 on it by CPLI. I wanted to hold, I figured we'd get big wicks. Doesn't always happen to the right way, sometimes it wicks the wrong way, and you know, it's very risky, but I said I don't want to cut this loss, I'm gonna hold it. On this wick down, you know, it happened very quickly, just in seconds. I closed it, and actually I got a cost basis down here, so my short from here, I ended up able to close down here, went from negative 1500 to positive 1500 on that trade. So grateful. It's crazy. Makes me not want to trade futures as much, just the way I'm doing it. I'm trying to refine the strategy of how I want to trade them. Anyways, bounce back up. I think the news is somewhat bearish, but market so far is actually flat today. It literally, look, it opened there and it closed there. So yeah, pretty much flat. I didn't trade a whole lot since I was already up 1500 on the day. I'm kind of setting a profit cap of $1,000 a day on futures. Not to say I can't trade after that, but just much. I'm just waiting for the perfect setup, and I always want to wait for that, but sometimes I don't, and it's not good. But anyways, didn't trade a whole lot. I actually did get a short here and then stopped out or somewhere. So, I got a short here, stopped it out, got one here, got this crazy move down. No idea what happened here. It was straight to VWAP. No news. I don't know if something with the bond market, dollar ripping up. I still don't know what happened this here, but I had a short here. It was up 850 bucks here. I didn't close it because I wanted a short or long position that was somewhat profitable to hold overnight. And I'm also thinking SPY is nearing its top. Maybe one more day, maybe a gap up, and then it just sells off at open on Friday, or maybe we'll wait till next week. Monday's closed. Today's Thursday, which is awesome. This could be reversal candle, double doji. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but I am seeing us getting very near that kind of topping point. So could break through it, and just for a little false break. But yeah, we'll see. I think 400 is definitely going to be a level to watch for reversal. Anyways, so didn't close that. It ripped all the way back up here, stopped out. So should have taken profits there, but I'm trying not to scalp it and day trade it. I think you only have so many. You know, your timing the market is not as good as time in the market. It's the old saying, you know, with holding shares. I think just trying to time the market is difficult to do, so do it as little as can. And that was my thesis on kind of buying it and just hoping and waiting for it to play out. So because if I close there and then it comes up a little bit, but then it starts to come down, do I reopen? And then you just start trading so often and yada. Anyways, so missed out on that gain there, but I was already up a lot on the day, so happy about that. Took a short here, closed it out, and didn't ride this chop on the way down. Just too choppy. I didn't like it. Left that alone. Natural gas did a couple little trades, ended up not losing money, which is great. That's basically, yeah, if you can have exposure in the market and not lose money, you're winning more than 90% of individual investors. So up on the day and didn't give it back. Win on that. Now, what is going on? GME, BBBY, Carvana, PRTY, HLBZ, BoxD. What is happening? Risk on, small caps, mid caps are just squeezing, and that's maybe what's holding up even the SPY. GME breaking through, still low volume actually. Yesterday's volume was picking up. Today's lower than yesterday, just a little bit more than the day before. Just melting up for the most part, moving with the market some, and then this was kind of a move with BBBY end of day. So I think this looks like it'll probably make its move all the way back up to this previous support. What is this, 21.98, like 22 level? I'm thinking it'll probably find resistance somewhere and probably come back down you know, at some point and consolidate before a big move, but this has already been a big move, so we'll see. I don't have as much exposure as I have on other runs yet because I'm kind of waiting for that retest. The further it gets away, the less I'm thinking it's going to retest all the way back down here. So yeah, the retest might not really be happening, and if it is, it might be much higher. All the momentum's up. Today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Got to keep reminding myself. I thought it was Wednesday, so that's very bullish for the options. GME actually ripped right up to this resistance, so we'll see. It might not break that tomorrow, or it could. Any day, it really could just go crazy, I feel like, too. Now, BBBY option chain has gotten even more insane. The gamma ramp on here, another huge day, 50%. Wow. Wow. Gap up, doing the same thing it's done last 3 days this week with this just rally up aftermarket, consolidating, little dip, consolidation, and then rally. Like literally the same thing. Here, 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 here. This all started, yeah, on Monday. And so if you look, let's see, is that Monday? That's Monday. This is Monday. Okay. So Monday, look at the price of this thing. It was $1.60. The options on BBBY, $1.60. This was out of the money, this $2, the 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. These were all out of the money. Now these are all in the money. Look at the open interest on these. 16,000, 22,000, 13,000, 16. You can add it up. The gamma ramp that's potentially setting up for BBY is ridiculous. Yeah, it's getting crazy. 27,000 volume traded. 90,000 volume trade on the 5. So tons of trading volume as well. But the open interest is a lot. I think this updates tomorrow to see what open interest is. Tomorrow, I think we could expect, I don't know. It could either be a huge day or a consolidation day. It's getting enough volume and enough attention to where now it's, I mean, increasing volume, big gap ups. Yeah, it's broken through all the resistances, really. All the major ones down here that I was concerned with. The next one's up. I mean, we're starting to look at higher resistances. 520. If it closes end of tomorrow at 524, that's super bullish for next week in a potential gamma squeeze. If the seeing gaps down 20% and opens tomorrow down there, and which it could happen, still could have a gamma squeeze next week. But yeah, next level's up on here. 680 is kind of a level. 750, and then we're kind of looking at double digits, even 940. Crazy. Carvana. I've been mentioning these stocks on stream, and I've gotten some exposure to some of them. This thing has had historical price action that's been crazy, and yeah. So I actually, let's see. I think, yeah, I got a position on here. It looks good. It's got bullish MACD, tons of volume, green over the 9 moving average, and it was just a short and distort campaign, I think, to get it down so far. And right now we're seeing kind of a risk on rally. So I don't know how long it'll last, but Carvana is definitely in it to win it with that price action. PRTY made a big move up, had a big move down, gapped up, and then rallied back up. So we'll see if that one continues. It still looks good. I mean, momentum's still good on it, honestly. Just taking profit day potentially. Looks like it wants to hold that trend. I did get some shares of HLBZ also. This one has historically ran good volume today. We've got the bullish MACD, green over the 9 moving average. It's at a nice low. HLBZ as well as Carvana, like they're cheap enough to where I wouldn't even mind holding them for the long term. They're companies I'm interested in. Financially, you know, they might not be the most successful, but I like the space, and Carvana doesn't really have much even competition, I don't think so. Anyways, that makes it easier to hold. So I bought like $1,000 worth on HLBZ. I was gonna scale in maybe some tomorrow, and then I got like $800 of Carvana, and actually wrote covered calls at the 8 strike. So it's maybe a little premature, but I can roll them tomorrow. We'll see. The premium on here is crazy. It's like BBBY. Yeah, I think I did an 8 for next Friday. So yeah, it was 130. It was like $100 I got it for. I sold it for. So that's nice. And then my BBBY position from many months ago when I sold cash secured puts when Ryan Cohn was still an owner right here, and then he dumped his shares and it dumped and I got stuck in it. Those cash secured puts I've been rolling since way back here, the 8th month. I got out of some of them today. I was able to actually roll them from here. So imagine buying shares here and then you actually sell them here for a profit. Doesn't make any sense, right? That's the beauty of options and selling premium and being a theta farmer. You could have bought shares and maybe just sold calls all the way down for it to happen, or cash secured puts, which is what I did. Cash secured puts, rolled them. And then today I was actually able to close out of the position profitable. Didn't fully close, still have some exposure. I'll show you guys that though. Let's see. So here's our futures account on the day, up 1498, 1500, down on the year. I had a couple bad days. These false breakouts, the market's just been a little mean to me. But I think if we get a trend realized now that CPI is out, hopefully it'll be a little more obvious. These 6 calls I had from before the first gamma squeeze are almost back up profitable. So I'll probably be selling these tomorrow, just because it's frothy. There's a time to sell, really. So reduced exposure there, and then these I'm sure won't work. 43, 45. It's crazy call debit spreads. Yeah, here's a Carvana, 100 shares. Sold this covered call. It's down 22%. It's an 8 strike, but yeah, I can roll it up, I suppose, if I need to. Might get more Carvana shares, might get more HLBZ shares, we'll see. Got 3,100 HLBZ shares. Yeah, and then the cash secured puts on BBBY. Oh, I had 59 of them, so that gives me the obligation to buy 5,900 shares of BBY, and it's something I didn't want. I got greedy and just saw crazy premiums and went in, and then RC sold. I don't know, maybe it wasn't greedy, but just happened to be right before he sold, and then that came out. I never wanted that many shares of BBY, especially at that price. Well, I did at that time, because $13 at that time was great, because it was trading at $25 and RC was still turning around the company. So anyways, here we are. I got out of most of them. I have 19 left, and the short puts are 8. They're 8 short puts, cash secured puts. But if I close them, I've received enough premium rolling them down that my cost basis on them is about $4. So I can close these or break even basically right here where we are. So yeah, I was doing it today on stream. Jump on stream, hit the notification bell to get that. I opened up cash secured puts on GME as well with to try and generate some profits. And my GME exposure, it's still actually just these shares and those cash secured puts. So my exposure is pretty light on GME still. Yeah, and then okay, on Thinkorswim, remember I couldn't do cover calls. Counts back over 25k. I sold what I sell on. I sold something in here. I sold up, made 30% on it, I think. Yeah, 30%. And then BBY, I've got 2,400 shares in here. I might do covered calls on it, or I might just ride the shares and then sell them. My cost basis is $9 on them, but I think just like the other cash secured puts, I think it's closer to 4 if you account for all the premium. Yeah, it doesn't show up on here for some reason. I'm not sure why. I think that's the way it is. It doesn't affect the trade price. These got exercised. No, I forgot to roll these one time. That's why. So they might actually have a higher cost basis because I didn't do that last roll on it. That makes sense. Ah, crazy day. BBY is up a little bit after hours. We'll see if it holds. See if it keeps doing what it's been doing. Tomorrow could be wild. Could be nothing. But hope to see you on Discord or on stream. Okay, peace out.